Hare Krishna. This is Krishnendu Das, founder of Successful Vaisnavas, the creator of the Mayapur Success Formula, and the founder of the Empower and Preach membership site, which is about to be launched. Okay, enough about that. So today it's kind of late. It's Ekadasi today, and things went a little bit slowly for me, so it's late at night, but I've made a commitment to doing daily Facebook Lives. And so here I am. Before I take rest, I'm doing a quick Facebook Live. Now, the reason I chose the topic today of setting challenging goals that you can always achieve is because often when we set goals, we're told that we should set goals which are challenging, which cause us to stretch. But the trouble is that if you set goals that are challenging, that are too challenging, then you might not achieve the goals. So then you might think, okay, well, let me make my goals easier so that I will achieve them. But if they're not so challenging, where's the achievement when you accomplish that goal? So the problem with this is it's black and white thinking. It's either I achieved my goal or I didn't. You could call it binary goals. So a mentor of mine, Raymond Aaron from Canada, taught me this technique of goal setting, which I've found to be really helpful. He calls it minimum, target, and outrageous. So to start with, when you're setting a goal, you think to yourself, what's something that I could do very easily without even trying very hard? And you set that as your minimum level goal, right? So that guarantees almost that at least you'll be able to achieve your goal to that extent. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you set the outrageous goals, which is the goal which, if you could achieve it, you'll be like, awesome, that's fantastic. If I could do that, I'll be really pleased. And then in the middle, you set the goal that is the traditional goal, the goal which is a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a challenge, but not too far out of reach. So this is how you can set challenging goals with those outrageous goals, but you can also always achieve them because you can always reach the minimum, right? So this is the trick here. So Raymond Aaron, he called it minimum, target, and outrageous. And another way I've heard it described as good, better, and best. Just hearing those words reminds me of Brigupati Prabhu again. He taught me this little saying: good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good becomes better and your better becomes best. So this goal-setting framework provides an opportunity for us to always achieve our goals to some extent, but it always gives us something to strive for and hope for. And once we achieve our minimum, that sense of momentum helps us to say, okay, now let me see if I can reach my target. And then once we reach that, it's like, wow, I've reached the target. Okay, let me go for it. Let's see if I can go for that outrageous goal, or that the best goal, good, better, best. So that's about it. So I was thinking that this is relevant to me, and what got me thinking about this topic is, I've made this commitment to daily Facebook Lives. So what does a daily Facebook Live mean? Well, that could mean 30 days out of 30 days in a month. That would be pretty outrageous, right? Or we could look at it on a weekly basis, out of 7 days, a Facebook Live every 7 days. So I was thinking for myself that if I create my basic target as saying 5 out of 7 will be, I would say that would be my target. So in order to use this framework of minimum, target, and outrageous, then I think I could quite easily say 4 Facebook Lives in a week is almost daily. It's pretty reasonable. 5 is my target because, hey, that's, a working week. 5 days of work and 2 days of rest. And it's like a bit of a buffer, right? So if you say I'm going to do something every day, then if you miss one day, then it's you didn't reach your goal. But if you can say something like, 5 days out of 7 in a week, then you've set your goals in such a way that, if you get behind one day, you can always catch up the next day. So that's what I'm thinking with these daily Facebook Lives. I would like to do one every day, and I'm going to be aiming for 5 out of 7 days. And perhaps I'll do 7 out of 7 days sometimes. And as a minimum goal, at least I'll be going for 4 days in the week. It wants to be part of my sadhana so that I can share my realizations, and also I'd like to hear input from you. What would you like me to discuss? You can see that the sort of things that I tend to discuss are to do with setting goals and achieving projects and developing ourselves personally within the context of Krishna consciousness. It can also be related to how do we preach, how do we relate with each other as a community. Those kinds of topics are the broad topic that I like to discuss. And if you have any ideas that sort of expand on that, feel free to make your suggestions and let me know. So I think I'll sign out here. It's a little bit late. It's a kind of a short one today. I don't know how long I went for exactly. But when you're setting your goals, excuse me, why don't you give it a try? Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good becomes better and your better becomes best. Hare Krishna. Make your life successful.